Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about the completely reworked Contraband stream in Black Ops 4. I've had time to look over it, think about it, get all my facts and figures together, and of course get you some gameplay of the new Specialist Zero using the new weapons and stuff available in the Contraband stream. And as you can see by the title of this video, the COD Loot Contraband stream system appears to actually be good, or at least okay or reasonable for once, and it makes me feel grimy even saying that, given the monetization practices that Activision games have had in the past, to where I feel like they would want to charge me a royalty for every time I say the word Call of Duty, or if I drove past somebody's house and looked in the window and they were playing Black Ops 4, I would already be charged for COD points, the level of ridiculousness that these systems have been. But I can't find a whole lot of flaws with the new Contraband stream. So we're going to start off with a factual overview, then look at the items, and then offer some more opinion. So this season, instead of 200 tiers, we have 100 tiers to unlock before you get any random crates. That means that all 100 of the first tiers are known fixed rewards. So you know exactly what you're going to get, you know exactly what you're spending your money on, and it never changes no matter what. I think that's a good thing. Each tier will cost you 100 COD points, or approximately $1 to unlock, or about 50 minutes of your time. If you're buying COD points in bulk, you get little discounts, so if you went to buy the entire thing in bulk, it'd probably cost about $80 to $85. And you also have a bonus tier boost, one free tier every single day, first time you get a win or a merit in Blackout. So if you played this game 1 hour per day, it would take 50 days to unlock every single item in the Contraband stream. And as you can see, there are 69 days for this total Contraband stream. So if you played an hour a day and even skipped some days, you would still have everything unlocked. The level of grinding to get it all isn't really that high. Overall, there are much better items to unlock, which we're going to be going into later in this video. There's guns, there's good camos, there's good skins, better emotes, things that make you actually want to have them instead of just stickers, and they're pretty evenly spaced out. For the most part, you get something reasonable every 10 to 15 tiers. There's no big gaps or deserts of garbage, and in my opinion, this just beats the absolute devil out of supply crates. We've had supply drops, we've had a Contraband stream mostly full of supply drops, we've had, depot credits, we've had crypto, whatever's get back, and we've always had these systems that required either a metric ton of grinding, a ton of daily challenges, a ton of money, or something, but now we have a pretty simple, straightforward reward or spending path, and that is the best thing that Call of Duty has done in a long time. There is one weak area, and that's that your special orders tab still requires you to spend money to buy something and then grind out tiers for it, which I find to be total BS, just completely miserable. So I haven't bought, even though the new like really cool Paladin Valkyrie sniper rifle is in there, I'm not going to be buying that because I have no desire to spend money to have the privilege to grind more. That's just not for me. And another criticism is that while this monetization or microtransaction or loot system is better than any previous Call of Duty game, it still closely copies successful free-to-play games, i.e. Fortnite, of course, whereas those games are completely free to jump into, Call of Duty is not. The base version of Call of Duty is still going to be $60, and it's heavily encouraged that you get the Black Ops Pass, and then there's pre-order bonuses. The code endowment is a charity thing, but there's a lot of monetization in Call of Duty even before you get to the microtransactions, so that's kind of a bad starting point. And I do want to let you know that obviously for this video, I bought COD points for this. In general, I don't buy COD points, I don't spend money on microtransactions, I don't participate in a lot of this, but I did this as a business transaction so that I could make this video as an educational, as an experiment thing to show you what you get your money on, and for later in-depth purposes because I'm going to do guides on the two new guns. Embarrassingly, I did this when I was super tired after editing and all day dropping at Hijacked. I forgot there was 100 tiers, so I bought 200 tiers worth of COD points, so I guess I'm stacked for the next event too, but let's go ahead and jump in and talk about what you get. The very first thing at tier 1 is the new Specialist Zero, so she's basically free for everybody. If you play the game for 1 hour, if you go into Blackout, land firing range, kill one guy and die in 2 minutes, you have her unlocked immediately with your tier skip. A Specialist Zero is really, really easy to get, almost free. When you move on over to tier 4, you've already got a neat skin with what I would call, his name's Aurora, but I would call him Galaxy Ruin. It's an animated spacey Ruin skin, so not so bad for 4 skins. There's a bit of a gap between 5 and 15, but then at 15 we get the Scorpion Queen outfit for the new Specialist Zero, which is kind of a blue hijab and silver breastplate. Good looking skin. It's the one that I personally use on her. Next on the list at level 20, we get an epic reactive camo called Plasma Drive for the KN57. You can even hit a little video to kind of preview it and see how it looks in game. It kind of looks like old Dark Matter in my opinion. 5 levels after that at 25 is Secret Santa, which is an ice pick that's wrapped in Christmas paper. It seems to work just like the knife or any other melee weapon, and it's probably an ice pick or a model or animation from an older Call of Duty game, but with a new wrapping paper skin on it. Most people wouldn't talk about these in videos, but at level 28, 29, and 30, you have a set of 3 emotes for rock, paper, scissors, which I think would be super fun and useful for Blackout. In Blackout, we can actually just play rock, paper, scissors to make decisions, and I think it's cute, I think it's neat, and I think even, you know, spreading it across 3 layers is okay for this. At level 45, you get a Nikolai character for Blackout, or old Nikolai for Blackout, so that's going to be a fun skin. Then, immediately after that, at level 48, you get a really nice Shogun outfit. Of course, at level 50, you get the new Damon 3XB Burst Submachine Gun, which in my initial impressions, I thought was a terrible gun. I thought this gun was straight up garbage. However, once I discovered that there was no burst delay, and that it was really, really spammable, and thus shot really, really fast, and could also be equipped with High Caliber 2 for bonus damage upper body shots, I realized that this is the best weapon in the package. I thought the SWAT was going to be the bee's knees. I think I'm completely wrong. I'm going to hold out on final opinion and judgments until, of course, I've had time to test it for in-depth. But the Damon SMG is surprisingly good if you know its secret. Level 55, you get a gold snakeskin skin for Nomad, which isn't bad looking, even though it's not epic. I'm kind of surprised it's not epic. A little bit of a gap until level 65. You get a beautiful Dragon Slayer skin for Firebreak. I think it's one of the best skins overall. It just looks absolutely glorious. Level 70, you get another reactive camo called Dogfight, this one for the Spitfire. You don't get to preview it as much. Speaking of dogfighting, at level 75, you get the Airplane ABR 223. It's called the Fighter Ace. It's literally an airplane gun. It looks neat. There's a bit of a gap until level 85. At level 85, you get the Nebula or Space outfit for Zero. Finally, at level 95, you get Dempsey for Blackout, another classic Dempsey, so that's going to be a good skin. I think you'll see a lot of people using that. And finally, at level 100, you get the SWAT RFT full auto assault rifle. While I initially really liked the SWAT, I have over time pulled back from it and decided that perhaps it is not the best gun in the game. I'm gonna again wait for the in-depth to do a final review, but it feels like a very generic weapon to me. It doesn't have anything that really stands out as amazing that other guns don't have, so I don't really use it a whole lot at the moment. Oh, I almost forgot. At level 98, you get Queen's Guard for Battery, which is like a Roman Praetorian thing. It looks really nice as well. Overall, these skins look really nice. So if you at home are spending your money on these tiers, what is the amount of money you should spend? Where is the best value? My recommendation is about tier 50. If you just want the new stuff immediately, if you don't care for grinding or unlocks or whatever, buying tier 50 gives you the most stuff for the least money. That gets you 2 guns. One is the best gun, the Damon SMG. You get the new melee weapon, you get Nikolai for Blackout, you get 1 epic outfit, 3 really good outfits, 1 reactive camo, rock, paper, scissors emotes, and it also sets you up really close for another tier of rewards, because about level 50 to 75, there's a lot of rewards, really good ones that come really fast, so it sets you up for a little bit of grinding to be very successful later on. And if I were not doing this for guides or in-depth or whatever, if I were spending at home, that would probably be where I would go, or more realistically, I'd probably be cheap. I'd probably hold out and be like, no, I'm gonna grind for it. I'm not spending another dollar on this game. That's kind of how I was with League and Overwatch and other stuff. I was really, really tight on this. I'm still that kind of way on Fortnite. I eventually do spend money, but not as much as you guys would think. Overall, if Black Ops 4 continues this path, you might actually see me participating in more event content and more microtransactions and more loot and contraband, because I can't really find a big fault with this system. I know how much things cost. I can buy them for that money. I can't do a direct buy. For instance, I can't buy the submachine gun I want for 10 bucks and ignore everything else, but I know the price is set to 50. If I want to pay for 20 tiers and grind 30, if I want to buy 50, if I want to buy 100, or with the grinding actually in this system, it's much shorter and more doable than ever before, so that shocks me as well. And I just don't have a whole lot to complain about. I wish I could make a super negative YouTube video saying that this is trash and Activision is trash and the whole world is going to come to an end because it's so trash, because those type of angry hate videos get a lot of likes and shares, and they kind of spread around this alternate like COD hate community and get me really good ad revenue and stuff, but I can't honestly do that today. I think if I did that, it would be disingenuous, and it's pretty much good. It's the best system I think we've ever had, at least in a long time. And just as a heads up for you guys, instead of moving into snipers in depth, I'm probably going to do the Damon SMG and the SWAT rifles as soon as I can, but there's a lot of testing and unlocking to be done with them. Guys, that is all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.